Okay. Um, we're back. It's actually I left for a second. It's no longer 3:44. It's like 4:02 or something similar to that. But anyway, so obviously I'm not the type of person who can just make a video without telling a story these days. So I'm going to make up a story while I do this. It will make it more interesting for me. Fuck this pencil. Fuck this pencil. Away it goes. Hey, 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 hey. You go on the fucking floor. I'm just kidding. I still love you. You're one of my favorite pencils. It's just that you're for private times. I love you. I was just kidding. It said it's cool. We play around. We have fun. Okay. Hell yeah. This one's good. So, once upon a time, there was a dude named... Oh, I forgot I was going to try really hard. Shit. Okay. Well, now this dude has to look cool. Okay. So, once upon a time, there was a dude named, Cat... Oh, he has a fucking name. He has a fucking name that starts with Ka, right? Is there a dude name that is common enough that starts with Ka that I know offhand? Because there certainly is in existence, but I don't know it offhand. Let's give him a name that doesn't start with Ka then. Let's give him a name that starts with, God, there's so many in existence, I'm sure, and I'm just sitting here not fucking knowing them like a fucking jerk. Okay, that's fine. It's a blind spot for me. Male names that start with Ka. So he he has has a name for sure, and his name is Christopher, I guess. I guess he's Christopher, and that sucks for me because I really wanted his name to start with Ka, but he's gonna be Christopher, and he's okay with that. He you know, was walking through the park one day, and he passed by a tree in the park. The tree was blue, weirdly. It was a blue tree. And so he thought, that's weird. Why is the tree blue, right? That's not what color trees are when they do shit. And then he looked down and he realized that his shirt was purple and it had not been purple before. This was distressing to him because he really wanted to experience things in a normal way that felt normal all of the time, and he did not like for things to look wrong on his shirt. You know, especially something that was just completely unnerving and unnatural. It was bad enough if he just spilled coffee on it, which he had done that day, and there it was, just fucking on his shirt, and he just had to fucking deal with it, right? So he was already mad, and you know, he was already mad, and then and on top of it all, things were now all looking weird colors only in certain places. Like the grass was still green, and that was fine. He didn't need the grass to be any other wrong grass color, but he was bothered by all of this other change. So, where's the first pencil? Where's my eraser? Which eraser do I want to use, rather, is the real... Wait a minute. Hey, baby, I'm sorry that I yelled at you. This is gonna be better now. He doesn't look like trash. So he was angry that day, and he was upset that all of the colors were changing. He was like, hey, color metamorphosis isn't supposed to be a thing that's real. And then somebody turned to him who was on the other side of the street, and he was looking at that person. They will forever be off screen. But he turned to that person and was like, hey man, what are you talking about? Because that person was, I don't remember if I already said it because I'm distracted by drawing, but that person was saying that the once a year this is always supposed to happen, is people's shirts supposed to change colors, trees supposed to change colors, everything is supposed to change color now and then. And he was like, fucking, that's not true. That's never been true. And then someone else walking by on the sidewalk was like, am I hearing that you don't think that once a year all the colors just fucking change and shit? And he was like, yeah, that doesn't happen. And they were like, fucking yeah, it does, dude. What? and then she turned to her friend and she's like, take your headphones out for a second. This dude doesn't believe in Fwinter, the season where it's between winter and spring and people's fucking shirts change for one day. It's a 1 day long season. It's come on, man, you don't believe in seasons? And he was like, I believe in the 4 seasons. And they're like, the fucking 4 seasons, dude? Are you shitting me right now? And then he's like, yeah, is there what is this? What? I'm 25. What are you talking about? And they're like, you're 25 and you don't fucking know about Fwinter? Where have you been? And he's like, Fwinter isn't a fucking season. Fwinter has never existed. And does he have a nose or no? I don't like drawing noses. He doesn't fucking have one. So he's gonna have this same size mouth, I decided. I think that looks better. So, God, it looked better the first time. I'll fix it. So, does he have hair is the other question. Let's see what I can do with this line. Maybe he has hair that goes like that. But, so, does he look anime? Maybe a little. Maybe somewhat. I don't know how much yet. We'll decide. I'll decide as the story goes on. How anime he looks. But, fucking, so people were all around him saying, hey man, why don't you believe in Fwinter? And he was like, I don't fucking know, because Fwinter doesn't exist and it's not a real season. And I don't know what his eyes look like yet, so I'm just gonna make him big old these things for now. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what this picture is. He doesn't. So, fuck. I don't have a long amount of time to do this. I have to stop soon. I have like, I have to stop in like 10 minutes for sure. But this dude doesn't believe in Fwinter. And, so he has to go to a doctor, and then they have to like assess like why did he forget that Fwinter was a season? And he's like, I don't know, I forgot that Fwinter was a season. And as you know, the more people describe it to me, the more I start to remember it. Like, oh yeah, of course Fwinter was a season. How could I forget about Fwinter? The winter between winter and spring that only happens for a day, and then your shirt changes color. How could I forget? How could I forget about Fwinter? And he's just sitting there so like confused about like where things are going. What does his hair look like? I don't know how to draw hair. I don't know how to do it. So he is hanging around in his apartment, thinking to himself, why don't I know about Fwinter anymore? Like, I only vaguely, hazily remember it, but like I'm starting to remember it being a real season. And I remember being a child and celebrating Fwinter with my mom. How could I forget about it? And his girlfriend is like, fuck, what I know, Christopher? Do you think maybe that car crash it hit your head a little too hard? And he was like, I mean, I didn't think so, but you know, it does seem like I've been having a harder time remembering how to do stuff lately. Like, or remembering how stuff goes. I mean, like, I remember how I got my new phone right before the car crash, and I had already figured out all of the ins and outs of it. But after the crash, I was having some trouble remembering how the little buttons led to which and what. And keep in mind, I, the person coming up with the story, don't know a whole lot about memory issue medical facts. So I might be fucking this up. You know, this might be one of those bad amnesia things. I hope not. But at least now I am getting some idea of which pencils I want to use for what. So Christopher stared at his red shirt in the closet as it hung there on the hanger, and thought about how it had looked while purple. And he thought, it's so interesting to see something change like that and just not have a context for it. Like, imagine forgetting how it felt to see spring turn to summer, and just imagine forgetting, like, why are the fucking leaves coming back, or no, or imagine, like, no, what happens in spring? Fuck. Imagine thinking to yourself, where are all the flowers going off of the trees? I guess is what I meant to say. In his head, he thought to himself as he thought his coherent thoughts in his room. Why is fucking spring turning into this new shit that is, there's no flowers on the trees anymore, but it's also not winter and it's also not fall? What is this? What is this phenomenon, and why is the weather doing this? And then imagine someone being like, whoa, what did you forget about summer? Or imagine being like, hey, why are you handing me this wrapped gift? And then someone being like, did you forget about birthdays? And imagine forgetting about birthdays. That would be really weird. How did I forget about a whole season? What happened to my brain? What other brain damage might I have that I don't even know about? And there's no way this picture's getting done. I don't know why I was so ambitious, because I realize now that I only have like 20 minutes to do this total. So really this video can't exceed 20 minutes for now. But that's okay. I can come back to this later, I suppose, and do another chapter of it. Not aspect. What was I trying to say aspect for? I'm so distracted by drawing, because I'm trying to draw a real picture while talking. So everything's like coming out weird. But the Christopher was sitting there in his room, and his girlfriend came in. She was like, do you want to, maybe we should make an appointment for the doctor, and shit, about, other stuff if you're so worried, about there being other stuff. Like, do you want to have, a more conclusive checkup or something? And he's like, I don't know, yeah. So they schedule one of those, just like a general wellness checkup, just to make sure that nothing else is missing from his brain. And, you know, everything else seems to be fine. He's not missing any other information. He just happened to briefly forget about what Fwinter was, while his brain kind of healed up from the impact of the crash. You know, it was a very grisly crash, in certain ways for the car, not for him and his girlfriend. Fortunately, they remained mostly unscathed, except for apparently the part of his brain that could understand what Fwinter was for like a period of time. So after a while, he wasn't as worried about it. You know, things became pretty normal after that. He remembered that he'd been angry that day, that he forgot what Fwinter was, and he wondered if his anger was appropriate anger, if it was just caused by brain damage. Like, was it justified? Oh, my alarm's going off. It is now 4:20 p.m., and I have to go do my next thing. So I'll get back to this picture, but he began to question whether or not his anger was valid because he had had brain damage at the same time. Have a lovely day. Oh, it's only 17 minutes right now, according to the actual clock of the video. I don't want to get to 20, though. I don't feel like getting to 20. Have a good day.